Whoa, what is going on YouTube? Wolfman of Unlockable Content here, Lewis Wolf, with some really cool updates. First of all, thank you everyone that submitted something to the logo contest. We're going to go through them until the end of the month, so first thing March, and I promise I'm going to try and make that as close to the beginning of March as I can. Probably within the first weekend, or first week, we'll have it up. We'll have the winner of that contest. So we had that deadline on Valentine's Day. Thank you to everyone. Love you all. If you see this and you still want to try and throw a submission in, we'll take a look at it. Maybe you can be still thrown into the running. We're not saying no, but we did make that deadline. But we'll take it until the end of the month if you want to throw something in at us. So by all means, please. We'd still love to see what you make and what you're thinking of and what you're putting out for us. It'd be really cool. So thank you very much for all of that. Next, PCCD, Philadelphia Comic and Cosplay Day. We got some big news, and I'm going to show it right here. Look at that. It's freaking awesome. That is so cool. Hey, guys, I'm just going to interrupt that really quick for a moment because I want to do a movie review. Super excited about that, don't get me wrong, but, break this up a little bit. I want to talk about Black Panther because we got to see that and it was awesome. Black Panther was amazing. I loved so much about it. It's not that I have problems with the movie, though I can think of two things that I really kind of took some slight issue with. This movie is becoming a phenomenon on so many levels. On culturally, racially, cinematically. It's just, there's so much going on here that it's almost difficult to figure out how to approach this movie. And I could have done this recording a couple of days ago. I got to see it on Friday. I was lucky. I got to see it in opening weekend on that Friday. I knew certain other people were going to talk about this movie, and I'll link them in the description below. It's not like I was waiting for permission, but sometimes when I don't feel like I have the right words, I like to wait for other YouTubers that I'm familiar with to see what they have to say, because sometimes when I don't feel like I can string together the correct words, they tend to do it. And in a lot of ways, they said some of the things that I was thinking. So like I said, I'll link it in the description below. So I'm trying to think, how do I approach this movie? Because, do I just approach it as a movie fan? Do I approach it as an outsider looking in? Do I comment on the fact that I'm white trying to talk about Black Panther? Do I talk about the fact that maybe I'm Jewish and I understand some degrees of oppression and subjugation? And find relatability through that? Is that wrong? Is that right? How connected can I feel with these characters being the person that I am versus somebody else? Is it worse thinking that I should separate myself? Is it better? Where are these lines? These are real conversations that people are having about this film, and that's the most important thing. The fact that we are actually having real philosophical discussion from a Marvel movie. Because it kind of all boils back down to that, doesn't it? Let's be honest, it was another Marvel movie. So, looking at it as another Marvel movie, it was great. It was a great comic book movie. If I judge it on face value, it was another comic book movie, though. I can compare it to a lot of the other Marvel films, and they were great. I loved Spider-Man Homecoming. That was spectacular. This is spectacular. They're not the same movie. I'm not saying that one is equated to the other, but I'm saying that, on a Marvel level, they were both fantastic. So, as a comic book film, it was great. As a movie that showed culture and so much from another country, all these meshings from different parts of Africa to create Wakanda. And the great thing about the movie was that it didn't beat you over the head with it, but it was there and it was apparent and you could feel it. And it was beautiful to look at. I mean, just from frame one, I was blown away watching this movie. And, it was just, it was powerful. The dialogue was powerful. Not only what was said in English, but having those subtitles and hearing the language. That was all so important. So grading this movie is difficult, and I'm not even saying everything that I've thought in relation to this. I mean, honestly, this like requires a filmosophy. I need to find Jeff or somebody out here in Pottstown to sit and try and get into depth with this, because I could go into the layers upon layers of this film. And if you want some examples of those layers, like I said, I'll have descriptions in below. You probably know who I'm talking about, who you're going to see in there. So, Black Panther, I'm going to give it a 9.5. 9.5 out of 10. Why isn't it hitting that perfect 10 out of 10? Well, for three reasons. And I'll say that, and they all fall on the movie side of things, not the story, not the presentation. It's because everything else was just so great, and a good word is bold. It went bold in some ways. I hope I can go see it again. I mean, it was beautiful. There were parts very early on that visually were hard to see, like, some of those dark jungle shots, but little leeway. I mean, it's supposed to be dark. He's Black Panther. He's the suit is dark. He's it's the same logic behind Batman. He's travel in the shadows, have that benefit of secrecy, ninja like, so that's. But it was a little hard to see at times, let's be honest. Another thing, the sound mixing. Say what you will about me for saying this, but let's be honest. There were accents that were a little hard to hear. Yeah, it's, the dialogue at times could be difficult. So we needed to make sure that we were able to get clean audio, and sometimes the sound mixing was a little muddled. At least I felt. There were times where I was really struggling to understand or hear what was being said through the action or the music or whatever else. So that takes a hit to it. And also, like I said, at the end of the day, it was just another Marvel movie. It was just another stepping stone leading into Infinity War. So this was just another character getting their independent film, if I'm looking at it from the Marvel comic book side. Talking about it from the cultural significance side, though, I mean, I don't even think I can grade this movie. Who am I? Am I qualified to comment? These are the things that I have to stop and think about. And it's important that it's making me think about it. So the movie's almost like beyond my grading, and that's a positive note. It's that good that I have to stop and think about it even more. So, Unlockable content rating, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. Maybe that's a little generous, but I feel like it stands. Black Panther was amazing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below, and let me know if you enjoyed it. Go out and see it if you haven't had a chance to. Let's get back to this. Be sure to give you a closer look at that really quick at the end. I also want to get into a movie. What do you mean I already did the movie review? When did I do the movie review? How could I was showing when did I do the movie?